stabbing you around. It's LucyLuck, and I like to play non-traditional cozy games and make them cozy. I know I said I probably wasn't going to use mods in my next playthrough of Baldur's Gate, but I found some really, really cool new ones, and I just couldn't help myself. So today we're going to be creating a beautiful, new, lawful evil Cambion, and I hope you enjoy the process. Without further ado, get comfy cozy, pop on some headphones if you like, and let's go on an adventure.
Who are you?
Okie dokie, here we go again. In my last playthrough, I was so sure I was going to do an evil run, but I just found the story arc of a redemption dark urge to be so enticing. Okay, maybe I just chickened out, but this time I'm certain I can allow myself to get into character and finally be a baddie. I found this mod called Mizora's Cambions on Nexus Mods by Elmvic that allows you to create these beautiful fiends and even look a bit like Mizora herself if you select body type 1. Just know that this mod replaces the Zariel Tiefling subrace. While it doesn't introduce any dialogue specific to Cambions, I just love it because Mizora is one of my favorite characters in the game. I've really been wanting to create a lawful evil character reminiscent of her. See, we have her horns, accessories, haircut, and similar facial structure. While it really is tempting to just play as Mizora, she already exists in the game, and we want to be our own person, don't we? But I did just want to show you just how close we can make this character look like her. I think this is getting pretty spot on. I know her lips are just a tad bit glossy. I'm definitely working off a few reference images here. I don't typically pick up on those subtle details in passing, but noticing though that the horn accessory for Mizora doesn't exactly sit on top of all of the hair options. I think I'll either need to figure out a way to remove the accessory or just find a haircut that works the best. I liked that messy bun one, dusk tone. I think I really like this. Yeah, it's like a little more grayish than Mizora's, so it kind of sets her apart, but I'm just going to, I know I hop around a lot, but I'm just going to make sure I've had a look at all of the options I have for the eyes, in case I do end up finding some demonic eye presets that work. I'm totally overthinking this. It's probably fine if she has white sclera. Is that how you pronounce that? That doesn't sound like a real word when I say it out loud. I think I've only read it. Sclera, sclera, sclera. I don't know, man. It seems wrong to me. Sclera. I'm having a semantic satiation crisis. That's when you say a word repetitively and it no longer sounds real. It just sounds like sounds. Anyway, I kinda wish I made a note of the eyes I picked out before, but I distracted myself. I didn't notice these before, I think. I can't remember if these are part of the mod or if these are in the base game, but they're kinda cool. I like all the different colors within the colors, if that makes any sense at all. There's some with orange and blue, but I know that I'm pretty crazy about these. Somewhere in here, I'll find it eventually. Is that? I know they were like a greenish. Yeah, I think this one. I think that's it. And I like to zoom out a bit that way. I can see how it looks from far away. I want it to be not too much from far away, but nice and striking when you're up close. Okay, hair color. I'm pretty sold on the platinum with this haircut, but I still gotta figure out how to deal with this accessory situation. Okay, I looked up if there were any sort of mods to fix this, but there aren't, so I'm going to take a big risk and try putting horns. Oh, that worked. Awesome. Okay, let's check her out. It looks like there's a tiny bit of clipping with the hair and the horns, but that's not too noticeable. We can forget that. I'm sure these wings will be clipping through everything, to be honest. But I was super worried I was going to lose Mizora's horns if I tried that, so I'm glad that's not the case. Let's take a look at makeup. I really like the different winged liners. I haven't tried any makeup mods or body art mods, but I'm sure there's a lot of great ones out there. I've just been pretty satisfied with the base game options. I think that's looking beautiful. Yeah, I'm super happy with this character. mod that I got had more options here, but doesn't look like it. It's Shrek. Okay. I don't know. I kind of like my Guardian to match the tab a bit better. Could do a good Yankee. I've done a good Yankee before. I'm between Awesome. Okay, what else do we have? Actually, we don't really want the dark black to blend in too much with the hair. So just kind of tweaked that a bit. What do you think? I'm also going to tone down this tattoo so it looks a little more tattoo-like. Nothing's ever quite that bold unless he got it like a couple weeks ago. Let's see. Got the voice.
Follow your instincts. Don't be afraid.
That's such a great voice actor. They're all so talented. What's that look like? No, I don't know. Okay, awesome. I think they are both perfect, and I can't wait to get started. Let me know in the comments below what you think. You know I always love to hear from you. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. And if you really like this content, feel free to join the Comfy Cozy Club Discord. Sweet dreams